Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show. Meet the trusted experts who will give you straight answers and will help guide you on the path of later life care. Now, here's your host, founder, caregiver, and CEO, Suzanne Newman.
And welcome everyone to Answers for Elders radio network, heard across the USA and also your favorite podcast channel. And make sure you check us out on YouTube, where you can meet us face to face online. And as we have this discussion today, this summer, as if you're a regular listener to our program, you know that we have been outlining the 8 foundational principles of wellness. And what does that really mean? It's every single aspect of how we create a full and complete life. And since we are in the 4th week of July, it's amazing how fast we are going. We are going to be talking about the 4th principle, which is social wellness. And if you missed our other 3 episodes, which would be an emotional wellness, physical wellness, and occupational wellness, please check out either our website or go on YouTube, because we have a special playlist just for you so that you can learn a little bit about how you can make adjustments in your life, maybe new awarenesses of how you can create a richer, deeper type of lifestyle. And certainly we are excited to have Paula Sikes, who is the Director of Life Enrichment. Did I get that title right, Paula?
Well, I'm the Director of Resident Engagement for Cogir Senior Living.
Yes, for Cogir Senior Living. And for those of you that you may not have heard of Cogir, you are probably in the last few years come to the USA, and you have a million communities out there across the USA. So I am so excited, Paula, to have you on the program, because engagement is really what social wellness is it not?
Absolutely. With Cogir, our senior living program is called the Cadence Senior Living. Cadence is an acronym, and we kind of follow exactly what you've been talking about. We have the C for cognitive, A for active, D for dimensional, E for expressive, N for nourishing, C for community, and E for environmental. And I know today we're talking about that community social aspect.
Yeah.
And we really put a big focus on that in our community. Absolutely.
Well, our study is coming from the University of Colorado, Pueblo. And one of the things that's been so interesting about social wellness, it's more than just sitting down with girlfriends, right? Or it's more than just having dating someone or having a relationship, because those are different. They're a part of it, but it's really that piece of fulfillment that you are an active member of the world. And am I kind of describing that correctly, Paula?
No, I would say that's a perfect analogy to use. In our communities, we call our communities, not facilities. And there's a reason for that, because we have the idea of having that large community, and that community inside of the larger community. And inside of our communities, we call our neighborhood. So our independent living is a neighborhood, our assisted living is a neighborhood, and our memory care Revere neighborhood is a neighborhood. So it's all encompassing. And everything that we do, we like to see our communities have autonomy and do their own thing, because every one of our communities, we have 65 across the nation right now.
Amazing.
And we're just growing leaps and bounds. Every month, it seems like we have a new community joining our team. But in our communities, we see that everyone is different. So we enjoy the autonomy of our communities. All of our residents are different. Our staffs are different. Just everybody that's all encompassing in those communities are very different, but yet we have one goal. And that goal is to make sure that our residents are living a whole life wellness with a whole life wellness mentality. And it's amazing when I go into our different communities just to see the difference, but yet we all have the same goal.
Yes.
That goal is to make sure that our residents are living that whole life wellness and having that well-roundedness of, that social, spiritual, physical, and intellectual wellness
Mm-hmm.
goals being met
Mm-hmm.
every day.
Yeah, and obviously with social wellness, um, you kind of have people that come to you from all different paths of life, different experiences of life, different attitudes about life, political opinions are different. So you're kind of in a unique situation in the fact that how do you even begin to bring people together on, with engagement?
Absolutely. So one of the things that we really focus on in our communities is we call them lifetime memoirs. And so when a potential resident comes
Mhm.
in and they meet with our sales team, and let's say they decide this is the place for us,
Mhm.
we actually ask every single resident that before they move in to fill out a form called a lifetime memoir. And in that lifetime memoir, they're letting us know their history, where they
Right.
came from, what they retired from, what are their hobbies, what are their favorite, foods, what are their favorite social outings, where
Mhm.
do they like to go? And
Sure.
then we really take that as a lifestyle director in our communities, they take that and they really focus on that when they're putting their calendars together or when
Mhm.
they're introducing themselves to that new resident.
Right.
Getting connected, excuse me, connecting with the resident is our
Mhm.
number one goal.
Yeah.
I always tell my lifestyle directors, before I hire them, if I'm, interviewing them, I always tell them, I could tell you how to use our software. I could tell you how to use all of our programming, but I can't teach you how to connect with people. And so
Yeah.
connection is huge, not just with resident, but with staff member and
Mhm.
resident too.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's one of the things that we do. It's a tool that we use is our lifetime memoirs to get to know our
Wow.
residents, find out where they're coming from, and then really focus on gearing our social engagement around that
Mhm.
focus. So,
Mhm.
for instance, we have a lot of residents that love, you know, jazz music. So we want to make sure that we're going to do like a jazz activity for those
That's
residents.
awesome.
Yeah, so we definitely keep everything in mind when it comes to the residents. Our residents are our
Mhm.
number one goal.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mhm.
And it's so important. I did an interview a long time ago with another senior living organization, but one of the stories I always tell is the Monte Cristo sandwich. And this is kind of a unique thing that goes along with it. And the whole thing was similar where they triage dad into the community and daughter was there. And one of the questions is what is your dad's favorite food? What do they
Mhm.
like to eat? I'm sure you asked the same question. Well, the daughter says dad loves Monte Cristo sandwiches. He always wants one. He always goes for those. And so the whole point is that actually the community put it on the menu. They not only put it on the menu, but they called it Jack's Monte Cristo sandwich
I
because
love
it was
it.
Jack's name.
Mhm.
And when they introduced him to the community, they had Monte Cristo Day in the dining room, and they actually did this amazing, Pirates of the Caribbean type, Count of Monte Cristo Day, and they had
Uh-huh.
gold, chocolate covered gold coins on
Coin.
the table, and all of those things. And I thought, when you hear these stories, it's like one of the things I go back to is wow, how his family must have felt when they went to that effort. And so you obviously feel that as well. You get the reaction from families.
Oh, absolutely. That's where we get a lot of our resources from is actually family members.
Hmm.
So one of the things that we like to do is have the family members get involved when filling out
Uh-huh.
those lifetime memoirs,
Right.
because they are going to know a lot about their loved one.
Yes.
And they might share a little bit more than what the loved one might share, or the resident might share. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely getting involved with the family members is huge for us too.
Yes, yes. And so before we go to our break, Paula, tell us a little bit how people can reach you guys and learn about your communities.
Oh, absolutely. If you just get on the internet and visit our website, it's cogirusa.com. That's COGIRUSA.com. And you will be able to see all of our communities and the different options that you have for our
Well,
neighborhood.
Paula, this is going to be a really interesting time that we're going to have together. And we're going to talk not only about senior engagement and social wellness. But we're also going to talk about family caregivers, or if you're a loved one or a spouse. Social wellness is important for everyone. And so in the meantime, Paula, you and I, we're going to be right back, and we'll be there right after this. Answers for Elders thanks you for watching the Vitality Revolution. Discover a blueprint to find a whole new gear in life, new awareness, and greater potential. Subscribe and be a part of our community. Answers for Elders is the North Star of navigating senior care, featuring content to help later life go a lot easier.